On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 134. Recorded live on September 1st. What? 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And yes, I know there are a lot of submissions waiting. I went through about 150 yesterday, and I still have about 350 or so to go through. So give me some time. It takes a bit, but you know, I'm getting there. I'm doing it, and that's it. So we're gonna get into the setups. We're doing something different. We're gonna do 2 minutes per setup. Tom's gonna be keeping count this time, and if I go over 2 minutes, he's gonna hit me with a buzzer effect. Can we get a little test at that? Can we just, yeah, I like that. You know, you could turn up the speaker a little so I could hear it a little more audibly. Yeah, so we're gonna try it out like that. If that is something you guys don't like, let me know. But the idea is that I'm going to start packing in more, and if we keep to the 2 minutes, it's going to be super effective. Matt used timer. Super effective. Anyway, okay. First set of the day here, submitted by Nathan. Nathan is 15 years old. He's a huge Marvel and Doctor Who fan, and he's not sure what to do with this setup next. So taking a look, knowing that he's 15, I mean, right off the bat, you can tell he's got a lot of dope crap. He's got not only triple monitors, nice peripherals, and all of those things, but he actually has a dope-ass shelf to the left that is packed to the max with things that he loves. Like we just said, he is a Marvel and Doctor Who fan, and we kind of see that flowing through the setup, which I think is really cool. The posters above, I think, are also really nice. It's kind of like canvasy. It's really nice, and I like that sort of comic look. Obviously, the minions don't really fit it, and I don't know, guys in the chat, do you agree that like the whole minion thing is just like so overrated? Like, no, not trying to be mean to Nathan, but it's just like, I can't stand that. But I really like it. I think it's simple. It works. Obviously, the printer, that cable, you can mount it down the side of the white shelf, clean that up a little bit, make it look neat. I think the PC and really everything on the right, the consoles and stuff, it's too much for the desk. Get a side piece, like the smaller Calyx, and actually just, it's like the 4 cubes, put each console in there, clean that up. Wire management, though, is nice for what it is, and it's simple. A triple monitor stand is going to help in the long run, so I definitely think that's something to think about, and condensing that left shelf will also help a lot. Middle leg, I see some people talking about it. They say, yeah, you know, that's kind of like, it is what it is, but I don't think it's the end of the world. It doesn't look that bad, and I'm sure your crotch doesn't hate you that much. But yeah, some people, they mount it too close to the middle. You need a dead center, and it works. I like that you have the chair that completely flows with your monitors and LEDs. Maybe a little bit more of a pop in color would look nice along the desk and on the shelf, because currently it's just the posters and the chair, wallpaper, and LEDs that really work for you. So how dare you, Tom? No, I was like waiting for him. I'm like, all right. I'm actually running out of things to say. Anyways, next set of the day, submitted by Chris. Chris is 25 years old. Around 3 years ago, Chris entered the PC gaming world, and he's just now finished his setup. You can't get a far back picture due to the room size, which at first I was like, dude, just like walk backwards and take a photo of your setup. And he's like, no, I can't do that. And I was like, oh. So yeah, knowing that, I really would like to see what the other side of the room looks like, but obviously he'd have to be like on top of the desk to actually get the photo. But that must be like an insanely small room for him to only be able to get that close. But then I feel like in a second photo, I guess he's about the same length away. But regardless, he's using one of these IKEA desks. I forget what they're called, but they got double cup holder, which that right there is like, yeah, I got 2 freaking cup holders. What about you? But believe it or not, although you would think that I'd give this an amazing score and say it's an amazing setup, I do think there's a bit that can be fixed. First off, the headphones in the spot that they're at, that's not really usable. It's if you look at the first photo, Tom, they're right behind the monitor. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You should know where they are, and you shouldn't have to reach behind your monitor. It's a weird spot for it. I understand that you're trying to, have it hung up and make it look good, and I like that, and I think it's a good attempt, but it needs to be on the side of one of the desks, sides, left, right, on the hutch, whatever. It's just not a good spot. Again, nitpicking, but that's the truth. Speaker placement. I like what you're going for, but I think the center speaker is too high, and I think the rear speakers... actually, when I thought about it, the rear speakers at first, I was like, that's stupid. That's not what you're supposed to do. But I actually don't think that's the end of the world. If you're going to want to put them up and you don't have the room to put it behind you, that's not terrible. Is it the best? No, but it is what it is. Now, let me see. Let me go to this next photo here. Next photo, yeah, cable management. Again, nitpicking, literally subwoofer cable and that other cable, super easy. I'm pretty sure it's the same cable. Maybe it's not. It's easy to fix, though. That's all I'm trying to say. You can do it. Anyways, though, let's go to the next setup submitted by Herman. Herman is 17 years old. He was on episode 96. He scored a 74, and since then, he purchased a new desk and made it more personal, like so. And what I really like, and Tom's going to flip back and forth between them, he fixed a few things. No more sticker bombing. Look at the freaking, that was stupid. I told him it's stupid, and now he doesn't have it. So good job. He's got no more crappy photos taped to the wall. Exhibit A. Yeah, that's weird. And then now look at it. Bam! He's like, bro, I'm like rich now. And he added personality, as we could see, the guitar and all that. And beforehand, there wasn't really anything that kind of sold what he was about. And then usability is improved. And it just, if you look at it, it just looks fresh. It just looks good. And it's clean as hell. And I gave him major props. And something he was telling me in the email was sort of like, I don't like cables. I like things to be super simple, straight to the point. And he said, the personality, that's as far as he wants to go. The guitar, the car photo, that's it. He says that's him. That's what he likes. And he's more worried about how clean his setup is. And he really did a wonderful job with that. In his first photo, the speakers were kind of laying down to the side. And he said that wasn't ideal for him. But now, with the way that he's got the monitors mounted, he has enough room. And it's like, perfect for him. He likes that. And then, he's got the Alex drawer for, old storage. And then he's got his computer off to the left. Might be a little bit of a tight squeeze, might not. I don't know. He's obviously worked with it for quite a bit to know if it's like ideal. But I love the guitar. I love the Lamborghini poster right up above. I think it's an awesome setup and it looks clean as hell, man. And I have to give that to you. It's fresh. It works. And yeah, dude, like it a lot. 10 seconds. 10 seconds? Yeah, just hit me with that buzzer because, yeah, I was running out of things there because, some of these are just simple. But anyways, this one's a good one. Next one submitted by David. He's 45 years old, and he was actually the co-host for episode 94. He's a professional photographer, and therefore he uses this setup for productivity. And you could see that. And I just... At first glance, this setup is just gorgeous in a lot of different ways. But think about it. There are people, and you might be one of them, that looks at this and say, damn, there's too much going on here. It's overcrowded. And part of me agrees. Like, yeah, it's cramped in the sense that there's a lot on the desk. But is it cramped in terms of usability? Not quite. When I look at that second photo that's a little bit closer up, it seems pretty usable. You sort of have an issue in the sense that the left speaker is kind of off in terms of the right speaker, but still hitting his ears, and it works. He's got tons of different accessories for every different thing on his desk. So yes, I think that there's a lot on the desk, but I think it's not the end of the world. And really, it would have looked way worse if he had terrible cable management, but he doesn't, and it looks really, really, really nice in that regard. So the right side is super simple compared to the left that he's got printers and all that stuff, but you got to keep in mind he's a professional photographer, and I would assume that all the photos on the wall, all the canvas art and everything like that, is his actual photographs, I would assume. And yeah, it's just like, it's super clean, vacuum floor. At night, it looks really good with the LEDs. I love salt lamps. Salt lamps for life, bro. I'm just kidding. I have a salt lamp though, and they say that, it makes you smarter.
Every episode.
They say it makes you smarter, but I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah, I know some people right off the bat, they want to talk trash on Mac, but again, people love Mac. I love Mac. Apple, whatever you want to say. But he's a photographer. He's not a gamer. This is more about productivity. And for most people, productivity means Apple. God damn it, Tom. Anyways, next setup submitted by Lachlan. He's 18 years old. And actually, back when he first started watching the show, his setup looked like this, right? And he held off from submitting until now. And as you can see, there's a huge difference. Even look at the next photo. He's a massive fan of Back to the Future, The Walking Dead, and Game of Thrones. If you couldn't tell, the DeLorean on the wall kind of gives it away. But yeah, he also said, thanks for helping me transform my bedroom into a space filled with the stuff I enjoy most. And I just want to wipe the tears away because that's so nice to say. Really though, to know that someone went from that to that, it's crazy. Now, granted, I would have just thrown 100 at it because of how dope. Literally look at his shelving unit and it lights up and he's got so many freaking cool things. Insane. But his bed is right there. And I don't know how you comfortably sit with the bed right there. And I don't know, Tom, I'm going to ask you real quick. Does it look like there's a lot of clearance in between the bed and the desk?
No, not at all.
Right? It's got to be uncomfortable. It's got to be. I understand you could be tight on space. You wanted it to work the way it did. And, you just had to work with that little bit of area. Besides that, it's a gorgeous setup. And I love the attention to detail. I love how clean every little aspect is. Wire management, I wish I could have seen better under the desk. We can't see any cables. Again, I would like to see it. I didn't score harsh, I can't see it, you fail. But I wish we could have seen it a little bit closer. And from here, since it's so contrasty, I don't know if the desk is super cluttered. I can't really tell. Someone said it's actually similar to Cookie setup. That's true. It's like a corner setup right against the bed. Cookie does have quite a bit more room, but both insanely personal. Good job, Lachlan. Let's go to the next setup submitted by John. John is 14 years old. He made and sold video game props to earn enough money to buy everything in his setup. Interesting. I want to hear more about that. Anyways, he uses this setup mainly for gaming, but also design and doing YouTube. You can find him on YouTube at youtube.com/JohnM5225. But knowing he's 14, that kind of changed my perspective on this setup because of the fact that it's pretty full to the max in terms of, the full out stuff and whatnot, but just a little bit of everything is going on here, and definitely interesting at first glance. I definitely think it's different, to say the least, but nonetheless, very, very nice. Looking at the actual setup part, a little bit out of sight, out of mind. It's okay. You got a big ass water thing that's covering your right speaker, your water cup or whatever, so that's a little weird to cover the speaker. Left one's over there. Left, it's far. It's too, I'm not an audio expert by any means, but I'm going to assume, first off, it's not pointing at you. Second off, it's too far in front. It's pretty close to you, so it's going like this. You're not even technically getting it to your ears. Of course, I know how speakers work. You're going to hear it regardless, but it's about getting the ideal positioning to hear things better. Secondary monitor, is it necessary? I don't know. I don't know what he does with LYFE. Someone just died in a car crash. Hopefully not. But that sounded awful. But I don't know if he really uses it that often, but I think a single monitor would look better here. Things like above, I don't think it's that bad. Technically, it's pretty clean. Really cool stuff too. I see this camera and whatnot, Pokeball. That's cool. I like the foam. Shelf to the right, I thought looked a little odd, to say the least. And I think that whole section, the rest of the room, just kind of looks weird. I can't really put my finger on what it is. Cable management improved from photos that I saw. And okay, cool. I think Tom likes doing it too. He's like,
Tell me to do it.
No, it works, man. It works. All right, final setup. And I know final setup, there's only 7 today because of other reasons. But Liam, he's 20 years old. He's been watching the show for a while now and has decided to finally submit. He works as a technical assistant at an aerial photography company. He chose triple monitors, not specifically for gaming, but mainly for productivity. And the lava lamp is 27 inches. I thought it was funny he told me that, but then I looked at it, I'm like, holy shit, that's a big ass lava lamp. Like, that's big as hell. And he also said the Star Wars poster that you can see right there is made from special material that reflects light, so the lightsabers actually glow. So I guess it's not easy to see on photo, but like they literally light up, which I thought was pretty interesting. He also, if you look at the first photo, has multiple side panels under his desk going along the bottom to stop the light from coming through and to hide cables. That's like the weirdest yet most unique thing I've heard. Technically, is it cheating for cable management? Sure. We don't know what it's like down there. I still didn't give him a perfect score for cable management, you know, wire mold and stuff. But in that second photo, I looked at that and I said, dude, what a missed opportunity there. Like that wall is just, dude, it is literally just. But then I saw the next photo and I was like, damn, look at that. Dude, that's like a 100-inch projector screen right there. I mean, obviously it's the wall, but I mean, he said in his email that he's got like tons of different things hooked up to it, like his Xbox and whatnot. Dude, that is freaking awesome. That right there, just like, I was like, dude, why not do anything with that wall? Like, are you being serious? And then I saw that and I was just like, dude, at night, this setup looks awesome. The lava lamp, the LEDs, everything looks beautiful. Really, really, really nice. I like the flow. The thing is, wire management out of the TV, put some wire mold on that. The TV remote's on the desk. Get a little holder thing for those, because that just kind of looks stupid with all of them there. If you're going to be staying at this desk for a lot longer and you're going to keep it, although I don't like the color of it, I think you could drill the hole in, and that's going to help a lot with cable management. And you know, you could also paint that board for your PC on the underside. You can make it black. That'd be cool. Also, you spelt colors wrong. Don't know if you know that. I'm kidding. It's an American joke. But I love the pop vinyls. I think that's dope. He's got Woody up there, which is, I mean, he's got a little bit of everything too, which is super cool. Like Star Wars and Marvel and, well, Marvel, yeah, DC and, you know, Disney, stuff like that. Scream, yeah. I didn't know they had one of those. That's actually pretty cool. Really cool stuff. I like the Joker poster too. I think that's dope. And I like that you got the TV above, even though the bezels are fatter than your mom. But, overall, really dope ass setup. And wow, Tom, really, dude? I'm just gonna go. I was waiting for it. That's it though, guys. Thank you for watching. I know, I was just telling people thank you for watching. I totally didn't forget. Shut up, Tom. Okay, anyway, so Nathan walked away with an 88, Chris with a 78, Herman with an 86, David with a 90, Lachlan with a 92, John with an 84, and Liam with an 88. And the only reason Liam got that score, because his last three scores were 10, 9, 10. The first was a 7 and the second was an 8. So, you know, a few things with out of sight, out of mind and wire management, and he would have had probably like a 98, 97, 96, 92, 0. Okay, anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Now that I've done it this way, let me know if you like the 2-minute buzzer. If you do, I will spend the time. It's going to take a lot of time to do this, but I will start combining the episodes. It's something I'm ready to do, but I'm only going to combine episodes on solo shows. If I have a co-host, it's going to be the normal 8, 9, 10, however many it is. So that's it, though, guys. If you got this far, write in the comment section that you like to pour soil over yourself and lay in your garden and pretend you're a carrot. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flippity flop.